This is a beautiful story about love and hope that's 23 years in the making. When Alex Powell turned 15, his doctor told him he had cancer and he needed to start chemotherapy straight away. It was the early 90s and neither doctor nor teenager thought about preserving Alex's fertility. Luckily, his stepmum did. So the embarrassed teenager agreed to make some awkward visits to the sperm bank. Well, 23 years later, it's been the best decision of his life. And Alex has just set a world record by becoming a dad to little Xavier, the world's oldest baby. Meet little Xavier Powell.
Oh, he's cute. Little smile.
For proud first-time parents Alex and V, he's just perfect and perfectly normal. Except for the way he was conceived. Xavier holds the world record for being made with the oldest sperm ever used in successful IVF treatment. Sperm frozen for almost 23 years. What are you going to tell him when he's old enough to understand?
You were very special, and there were all these people that really helped, you know, your mother and your father to become your mother and your father.
Before we explain Xavier, though, we need to go back to when Alex was a boy. He grew up in Melbourne in the care of his stepmum, Patricia, and an enduring bond was formed.
Bring Xavier down.
What was Alex like as a kid?
Honestly?
You can say it, it's fine.
He was a little bugger.
A testy chap. That's me with my older brother.
His upbringing was pretty standard until his 15th birthday, when Alex was diagnosed with Hodgkin lymphoma. You're just 15 years old, and when you hear the word cancer, what are your first thoughts?
The first feeling was a deer in the headlights, so it was
Terror.
shock, yeah. It was shock, yeah.
Alex was told he needed to begin chemotherapy immediately. But Patricia balked because of a remarkable chance conversation she'd had on a train that very morning.
And there was a woman with a young boy on the train eating chips. But he was really small, and I made a comment about him, and she said, "Don't ever give your child radiotherapy if he's a teenager, because my son is actually 18 and it destroyed his growth plate." And it just was like a mantra.
Through sheer coincidence, Patricia had stumbled across an overlooked part of cancer treatment. In the haste to cure the disease, the side effects of the life-saving medicines are often ignored, including in many cases that they cause infertility.
Hi, Ruben.
At the Sydney Children's Hospital, Dr. Antoinette Anizotto is in charge of the Youth Cancer Service.
What's happening with your appetite?
I've been eating heaps.
1,500 15 to 25-year-old Australians are diagnosed with cancer every year. But she says getting them to think about their fertility while battling the disease is difficult. Can it be an awkward conversation with a 14 or 15-year-old?
I would say it would be surprising if it wasn't an awkward conversation. So you've just got to say the word again and again. Masturbation, masturbation, masturbation. It's okay.
Oh, you had to dive.
Back in 1993, 15-year-old Alex wasn't contemplating fatherhood. But Patricia convinced him he'd likely change his mind one day.
You're liking these, aren't you?
It led to some embarrassing but necessary conversations. Once you'd made that decision that you were going to freeze your sperm, What did that involve?
It involved a very clinical situation mixed with a very personal situation, and very awkward moments, very awkward moments.
Are you going slightly red on me now?
Am I? Okay.
Well, tell the truth. How long were you in there?
How long was it?
I should probably tell this better. He'd been in there for a long time, and when the door finally opened, I thought, thank God for that. And he came out and he's got the specimen container in his hand like this, and he said, Trisha, I don't know what to do.
Did you feel for him though? I mean,
Extremely.
sending him into that room as you're waiting outside with a couple of nurses?
Just so embarrassing for it to come out and there's your stepmother and, you know, how many boys at 15 get permission to go and do that, you know, and come back with their little souvenir?
What did you say when he came out?
Is that all?
In May, the 30-year-old was diagnosed with an aggressive breast cancer. So before her chemotherapy began, she and husband James extracted eggs and sperm to create and store embryos. You've got 8 embryos.
Yes, and they're all the same age. It's weird. All my kids are the same age. But yeah, it's pretty cool.
Does that make me a father?
I don't know. Well, they're 5 days old, so we're kind of like parents of a big family already.
It's easy.
Yeah.
Should I say congratulations at
Yeah.
this point? I don't know.
Thank you. We're very, very happy.
Yeah.
We're proud of them. They're good kids. Lazy, haven't worked a day in their life, but they're good kids.
They were safe to give you this.
But it very nearly didn't happen for them because of the cost. They were told it would be at least $20,000, including an upfront fee of $10,000 for the extraction procedure, as well as ongoing storage fees. It was a shock they couldn't afford, but thankfully, their families helped out.
Does that feel all right?
Yeah, it's fine.
If it hadn't been for your parents, you wouldn't have been able to preserve your fertility.
Well, we threatened them that if they didn't pay for it, they wouldn't have grandchildren, so they had to go.
Sydney Children's Hospital, Dr. Anna Zotto, wants mandatory guidelines for oncologists to educate their patients about the potential effects to their fertility. And she's campaigning with cancer support group Canteen to get federal government assistance for fertility storage and IVF treatments. Alex, V and Xavier Powell are the poster family for its success. Is he one of the lucky ones?
Oh, I think he is lucky. He's lucky that it's all worked.
So that nerve in there was at one side.
These days, Alex runs his own chiropractic business in Brisbane.
Smooth. There you go.
To look at him now, you wouldn't know the pain he's been through.
Neck and then drop.
It's coming out now, obviously. So yeah, it was tough. It was beautiful as well, really beautiful.
But you felt you had to be strong for him
Oh yeah.
and not show this.
No,
Which
no.
you
In
can,
fact, there was a time when
Alex beat his cancer and got on with life with barely a thought for his frozen sperm. Until 2 decades later, when he met V.
How soon after you met did you decide that you did want to try for a family together?
Oh, well, not initially. I said we're going to have to put the ring on first before we try for a family.
Alex dutifully asked the right question and joyously received the right answer. Then, in late 2013, they started IVF treatment. Were you nervous when it came time to start trying for a baby?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. There's a finite amount of those guys and gals.
Were you worried about the length of time that had passed? Your sperm had been on ice for nearly 23 years.
Yeah, there was a bit of nervousness when they bring these guys out. What's going to happen? Are they all going to turn left? No, we won't want him. No, he's got two heads. What were they going to be like?
It took a year and nearly half is frozen sperm, but success. On the 17th of June, Xavier was born.
It's that sort of feeling in life you want to relive every moment if you can, you know. One of the really, really super proud moments was when my father came into that room and I looked at my dad and I looked at my son and I said, "Dad, I'd like to introduce you to my son." And that for me was also probably one of the most special moments.
That decision you made as a scared 15-year-old boy has led to all of this.
Yeah, well, I guess the decision was simple, and you know that decision, dare I say it, was made for me.
Thanks,
in a good
Patricia.
The Powells are a little family who hope to be bigger one day soon. They'd love a baby sister or brother for Xavier, but know if it doesn't happen, they're still a miraculous family. One with a place in the history and record books.
Good certificate.
Yeah, it's not
the
too
oldest sperm used in successful IVF treatment, 22 years and 329 days.
Yep. Just shy of 23 years.
That's your frozen boys they're talking about.
Absolutely
there.
frozen. They're still frozen, ticking out a day at a time.
Yep.
A day at a time.
Here's to the rest of you boys.
Absolutely.
On ice.
Yeah. On ice. Without ice.
Yeah.
Hot drink.
It's the weirdest thing I've ever toasted to.
Here's to your sperm.
Hello, I'm Allison Langdon. Thanks for watching. To keep up with the latest from 60 Minutes Australia, make sure you subscribe to our channel. You can also download the 9Now app for full episodes and other exclusive 60 Minutes content.